Here, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Lil Nana. And today, we back with this Steelers franchise, baby. Madden 19, it's on and poppin'. Big loss. Big loss last week to the Cleveland Browns. James Conner got hurt. So that's gonna be a huge loss that we have to deal with. I signed Bo Scandrick. As you guys can see, we got Alvin Kamara, so thank God we traded for Alvin Kamara because this would be real bad. I think he's going to be out about 6 weeks. I think James Conner's out about 6 weeks. But, yeah, man, this is a huge game. We got to go out. We got to do this. Vance McDonald balled last week, by the way. He had a couple really nice catches. So, let's see what we can do, man. We got to slow down Tyreek Hill. All right, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be a tough one, man. But make sure y'all sit back, relax, enjoy. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. Alright, thanks.
Kamara Drive-In. Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara. Fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With that, we're off to Pittsburgh for the home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A few moments ago, the Steeler offensive starters, including all-pro wideout Antonio Brown, were introduced. And they've got this crowd in a frenzy as they get set to square off with the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Stephon Tuitt's game continues to gain notice and respect. He's a long defensive end, but has great ability to bend and get leverage. Can take on blockers at the point of attack and also shows skill in rushing the passer.
You mentioned he's long, 6'7", over 315 pounds. Man, he is huge.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Leading them out is the former first-rounder from all the way back in 2004 from Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 12 carries, 64 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead.
He's multi-talented and so versatile. Had a career-high 8 touchdowns last year with Alex Smith at the helm. And while Patrick Mahomes has a reputation of being a gunslinger, if he can focus on number 87, Travis Kelsey, in the red zone, he's going to do just fine.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches, 58 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
On second down, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
And when you're looking for a big-time corner, look no further than Kendall Fuller. Acquired in the offseason, is much more than just a throw-in the Alex Smith deal. This guy knows how to cover. This guy makes plays on the football, and he tackles well in the open field. Not bad for one of 4 Fuller brothers to play in the NFL.
third down. Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Mahomes now to throw, and able to find Conley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go now. Green.
Now Hunt. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And there he went quite a ways just to catch that ball. He started out lined up out to the right, caught it on the left side of the field.
So what does that tell us? That there was tremendous protection on that play. Because that's not going to happen very fast to be able to cross all the way from one side of the field to the other. Great job by the offensive line, keeping him upright and plenty of time to find him downfield. And boy, they did it successfully.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Green 39.
They run with Hunt. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
I actually like the fake, all right? They gave it a shot. This is one of those plays where you really think you're going to fool people because he shoveled it off to the kicker, and he was going to try and get it running. We have seen it be successful before, but definitely not on this play.
Yeah, I was going to say, as the kicker, when you see that it's probably not going to work, just terror and panic in your eyes, I would imagine.
What we really needed there was the close-up of his face while he was running.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. With that grab, by the way, Antonio Brown now over 10,000 receiving yards in his career.
That is an incredible, significant accomplishment. You're saying 10,000 yards? How many other guys have done that in NFL history?
He's the 46th all-time.
And one of the few that are active.
Yeah,
incredible.
There's only a few that are active. He still, though, is a ways away from Jerry Rice, up over 22,000 for the all-time lead. Roethlisberger will throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, the Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Hold him into no game.
Now it's Hunt. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. This is Hunt, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it here with Hunt. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And incomplete there. a nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. McConley's got it over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating in Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy-bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And shedding through the tackle. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Blue 30. Snickers, 66.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. D. Ford in there to get him for a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, or someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Mahomes going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go. Blue, 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger over the middle here to Brown. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Snickers, 66. White 80.
Ben to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, the coach is back. He made it through the first weekend. That's the good news, and he's going to regale you with stats and scores from around the NFL here in the early games in Week 2.
I think he questioned coming back for Week 2, having to work with us.
I think he did. He's just happy that he is far away in Orlando. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. To throw, it's Mahomes, and that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Blue 45, blue 45.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sherman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin down in the Bayou. The Browns from the AFC visiting the Dome to take on New Orleans. And it's the Browns who are out on top. The Browns seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South. We head to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Panthers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They start the second half with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Charles, you think Big Ben is happy to have Antonio Brown on the other side of his passes?
You know he is, but he also expects it. This is how their offense runs best. When those two get together, especially early, and continue to do it throughout the game, the end result is the one that we're seeing right now. They're ahead on the board.
It has been early and often. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Roethlisberger will throw. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line.
Focus, focus. Set. 230. Hey.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Set. 230. Gotta go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There we go. Green, 90.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Roethlisberger. That will be caught by James. The big tight end has a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two.
Let's go.
Here's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, here's Mahomes. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Kamara. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pushing through the contact. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
Blue 45, blue 45.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now he'll let it go deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escapes the sack. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because, you know, their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out how to block a little bit better going forward.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Like 20.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On the run, this is Hunt. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And Butker able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Allen Bailey in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? As the scouting report changed, or they're showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw. And able to find Conley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Ben Roethlisberger with 4 game-winning drives a season ago, tied for most in the NFL as he brings the Steelers up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. Here's Roethlisberger. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Blue 30, Jack 16.
Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here we go. Green, 90.
One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on.
What an unbelievable game, guys. I had this one chalked as a loss. Way too many turnovers again by me. Way too many picks, man. I threw way too many picks. I gotta figure out this offense and chill out with the picks. But Big Ben had another huge game, man. Big Ben is incredible. Big Ben with another huge game. Alvin Kamara had a terrible game. Absolutely terrible. So we got to figure that out. But Juju, AB, Vance McDonald, Alvin Kamara had a couple cool plays. James with a touchdown. Mike Williams didn't do much this game, but we'll figure it out. Ryan Shazier with a bunch of tackles. I had a game, man. Your boy had a game. I'm only an 80 overall, guys, so I know a lot of people might not like that, but I wanted to create myself. You know what I mean? Wanted to create myself 2 picks, game-sealing picks. The one I really hoped was a pick 6, but it wasn't. But yeah, man, we out here starting off the season 1-1. We lost to the Browns, but a huge, magnificent win against the Chiefs. I will catch you guys in week 3. Make sure y'all enjoyed, and make sure y'all subscribe to your boy, man. Love y'all. Peace.